Welcome to a journey of enlightenment and wisdom, where we explore timeless life lessons from one of history's most profound spiritual teachers, Gautama Buddha. Buddha's teachings transcend cultures and generations, offering guidance on how to navigate the complexities of life. He shared insights that resonate deeply within us, illuminating the path toward inner peace, compassion, and understanding. In a world filled with distractions and uncertainties, the lessons of Buddha remind us of the importance of mindfulness, the power of love and compassion, and the necessity of self-reflection. From the Four Noble Truths to the Noble Eightfold Path, Buddha's wisdom encourages us to seek clarity amidst chaos and to cultivate a life of purpose. Join us as we delve into these life lessons, drawing inspiration from Buddha's teachings to enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Let us awaken our minds and open our hearts to the profound truths that guide us toward a more meaningful existence. Are you ready to embark on this transformative journey? Let's begin. Today we will learn about Buddha's next life lesson. Right livelihood, Samma Ajiva, is one of the 8 components of the Noble Eightfold Path in Buddhism, which serves as a comprehensive guide to ethical and mindful living. Right livelihood focuses on the ethical dimension of how one earns a living, emphasizing the importance of choosing an occupation that is morally upright and does not cause harm to others or the environment. It is a call to align one's work with the principles of compassion, honesty, and respect for all beings, the core principles of right livelihood. Right livelihood is about making a living in a way that upholds ethical standards and contributes positively to society. It involves several key principles. 1. Earning a living without harming others, nonviolence and compassion. The most fundamental aspect of right livelihood is choosing a profession that does not harm other living beings. This means avoiding jobs that involve killing, harming, or exploiting others. For example, professions like butchery, arms dealing, or trading in intoxicants are traditionally considered incompatible with right livelihood because they directly contribute to suffering. Supportive to life, right livelihood encourages occupations that support and enhance life. Professions that contribute to the well-being of others, such as healthcare, education, or social services, are seen as aligned with this principle. 2. Earning a living honestly, integrity and fairness. Right livelihood also involves honesty and integrity in one's work. This means avoiding deceitful practices, fraud, or exploitation. One should earn a living through honest means, without taking advantage of others. Fair trade and justice, engaging in fair trade practices, paying fair wages, and ensuring that one's business dealings are just and equitable are key aspects of this principle. It also includes advocating for ethical standards within one's industry. 3. Avoiding occupations that cause social harm, contributing to the common good. Right livelihood discourages engaging in occupations that contribute to social harm or environmental degradation. This includes industries that pollute the environment, exploit vulnerable populations, or promote unethical practices. Social responsibility. This principle encourages individuals to consider the broader impact of their work on society and the environment. Professions that promote social justice, sustainability, and the common good are aligned with right livelihood. The broader implications of right livelihood. 1. Personal and social well-being, harmonious living. Right livelihood contributes to personal well-being by fostering a sense of integrity and purpose in one's work. It also promotes social harmony by reducing harm and contributing positively to society. Mindful consumption. Right livelihood is closely linked to mindful consumption. It encourages individuals to be aware of the origins of the products and services they use, choosing to support businesses and industries that align with ethical principles. 2. Spiritual development, karma and ethical living. right livelihood is integral to the cultivation of good karma, as it ensures that one's actions in the workplace do not create negative karmic consequences. It supports spiritual development by encouraging ethical conduct in all areas of life, including work, inner peace, and contentment. Engaging in right livelihood can lead to greater inner peace and contentment, as it aligns one's external actions with internal values. It reduces the conflict that arises from engaging in work that is morally compromising. 3. Economic and environmental sustainability. Sustainable practices. Right livelihood encourages sustainable economic practices that protect the environment and promote long-term well-being. This includes supporting renewable energy, reducing waste, and promoting conservation efforts. Ethical entrepreneurship. For those involved in business, right livelihood promotes the idea of ethical entrepreneurship, where the success of a business is measured not just by profit, but by its positive impact on people and the planet. Challenges in practicing right livelihood. 1. Navigating a complex job market. Economic pressures. In today's complex job market, finding work that fully aligns with the principles of right livelihood can be challenging. Economic pressures, lack of opportunities, and societal expectations can make it difficult to prioritize ethics over necessity. Compromises and dilemmas. Individuals may face ethical dilemmas where their job requires them to engage in practices that are not fully aligned with right livelihood. In such cases, it may be necessary to seek ways to minimize harm or advocate for positive change within the workplace. 2. Balancing material needs with ethical values. Materialism versus ethics. Modern society often emphasizes material success, which can be at odds with the principles of right livelihood. Balancing the need to earn a living with the desire to live ethically requires mindfulness and often difficult choices. Career transitions. For those whose current occupation does not align with right livelihood, transitioning to a more ethical profession can be challenging and may require significant retraining or changes in lifestyle. Practical tips for practicing right livelihood. Reflect on your current job. Consider how your current job aligns with the principles of right livelihood. Are there aspects of your work that cause harm or are at odds with your ethical values? If so, explore ways to mitigate these issues or consider a career change. Choose ethical employers. If you are seeking employment, research potential employers to ensure they adhere to ethical practices, such as fair labor conditions, environmental sustainability, and social responsibility. Promote ethical practices in the workplace. If you are in a position to influence your workplace, advocate for ethical practices, such as fair wages, diversity, environmental responsibility, and transparency. Support ethical businesses. As a consumer, support businesses and industries that align with the principles of right livelihood. This helps create demand for ethical products and services and promotes positive change in the marketplace. Continual learning and adaptation. Stay informed about ethical issues in your field and be willing to adapt your career path as needed to remain aligned with right livelihood. Conclusion: right livelihood is a vital aspect of the Buddhist path to ethical and mindful living. It challenges individuals to carefully consider how they earn their living, ensuring that their work supports life, promotes well-being, and aligns with ethical principles. By practicing right livelihood, individuals contribute to a more just, compassionate, and sustainable world, while also cultivating inner peace and spiritual growth. The pursuit of right livelihood may require difficult choices and sacrifices, but it ultimately leads to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. A short story on right livelihood. The story of Arjun and the honest merchant. In a small village nestled in the mountains, there lived a young man named Arjun. He was known for his strong work ethic and determination to succeed. From a young age, Arjun had dreamed of becoming a successful merchant, providing for his family and earning the respect of his community. He spent his early years learning the trade, working as an apprentice to an older merchant named Hari, who was well respected, but nearing the end of his career, Hari was known for his integrity and the fairness with which he treated everyone. He taught Arjun the fundamentals of trade, how to negotiate, how to understand the value of goods, and most importantly, how to treat customers with respect and honesty. Remember, Arjun, Hari would often say, the true measure of success is not in the riches you acquire, but in the way you earn them. Always practice right livelihood, and you will find peace and prosperity. After years of apprenticeship, Hari retired, leaving his shop to Arjun. The young man was eager to make a name for himself. He expanded the business, bringing in new products and attracting more customers. As the shop grew busier, Arjun hired several assistants to help manage the workload. One day, a trader from a distant town visited Arjun's shop, offering him a deal on a large quantity of spices. The price was unbelievably low, and the trader promised that the spices were of the highest quality. Arjun was tempted by the potential profit he could make from reselling the spices at a higher price. However, something about the trader seemed off. His manner was slick, and he avoided direct answers when Arjun asked about the source of the spices. Arjun remembered Hari's teachings about right livelihood. He knew that accepting the deal could mean profiting from questionable sources, and he worried that the spices might have been obtained through unfair or unethical means. Despite the temptation, Arjun decided to decline the offer. "I must be able to trust the goods I sell," he told the trader. "If I cannot be certain of their origin, I cannot, in good conscience, buy them." The trader was disappointed but left without further argument. Arjun's assistants, however, were puzzled by his decision. "You could have made a great profit," one of them said. "Why let such an opportunity pass?" Arjun explained. "Right livelihood is about more than just making money. It's about ensuring that our work does no harm and that we can be proud of the way we earn our living. If I sell goods that might have been obtained unethically, I am contributing to that harm. I would rather earn less and know that my business is built on honesty and integrity." Time passed, and though Arjun's decision to reject the spices seemed like a lost opportunity, his reputation in the village only grew stronger. Customers knew they could trust him to provide fair prices and quality goods. They appreciated his honesty and often praised his shop as a place where they felt respected and valued. One day, a wealthy merchant from a neighboring city visited the village. He had heard of Arjun's reputation for fairness and wanted to propose a partnership. The merchant owned several shops across the region and was looking for someone trustworthy to manage his newest venture. "I've heard many good things about you, Arjun," the merchant said. "I believe you are the right person to help me expand my business while maintaining the highest ethical standards." Arjun was humbled by the offer and accepted the partnership. With the merchant's support, he was able to grow his business even further, opening new shops that upheld the same principles of right livelihood. Arjun's success was not just in the wealth he accumulated but in the trust and respect he earned from his customers, employees, and business partners. Years later, Arjun looked back on his journey with pride. He realized that his adherence to right livelihood had guided him to true success, a success measured not by the riches he gained, but by the positive impact he had on his community and the ethical foundation on which his business was built. The village thrived, and Arjun's shops became known far and wide as places of integrity and fairness. Young merchants came to learn from him, eager to follow in his footsteps. Arjun always reminded them of the importance of right livelihood, saying, your work should bring benefit, not harm, to others. When you earn your living with honesty and care, you build a life of true value. And so, Arjun's legacy continued, teaching future generations that the path to lasting success is paved with ethical choices and a commitment to doing what is right. His story became a guiding light for those seeking to live and work in accordance with the principles of right livelihood, showing that integrity and compassion in one's work lead not only to prosperity but to a life of deep fulfillment and peace. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the timeless wisdom of Buddha. We've explored profound life lessons that offer us a deeper understanding of suffering, the nature of our desires, and the path to true inner peace and liberation. The Four Noble Truths teach us to recognize and accept the reality of suffering, to understand its origins, and to believe in the possibility of its end. By following the Noble Eightfold Path, we can cultivate a life of mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, leading us to profound inner transformation and lasting happiness. Remember, these teachings are not just ancient philosophies but practical guides for our everyday lives. Whether it's through right understanding, right action, or right mindfulness, each step we take on this path brings us closer to a state of balance and serenity. As we conclude, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each of you for your time, attention, and openness to these teachings. Your willingness to learn and grow is the first step towards a more enlightened and peaceful existence. Thank you for being a part of this journey. If you found value in these lessons, please share them with others who might benefit. Together, we can spread the light of wisdom and compassion in our world. Until next time, may you walk your path with mindfulness and may your life be filled with peace and joy. Namaste.